Bula, we're the Valentines, and this is us unfiltered.
There are a lot of new faces on our platform, and we're constantly getting more questions on what life is like as Fijians who have moved to the UK. So, we thought we would start a series called Valentine's Unfiltered, where we'd talk about everything from what brought us here, the way we live, traveling, and what it's like financially, and even some of our own lived experiences here in the UK.
In this series, we also wanted to talk about the mistakes that we made along the way that we wouldn't want other young couples to make, whether you move into a new country or not.
Firstly, let's talk about starting over, whether it's a new country or even just starting a new life like married life, if you know, you know. One thing I truly missed when I moved here was the support from family and friends when Mike and I started our lives together. I think it's part of the culture back home where people sort of help you begin your lives, whether it's bringing gifts for housewarming to help contribute to your home, or even just life advice from experienced couples. When we started, we didn't really get all that.
Faith is a big part of our lives, and we prayed for the right people to be a part of it. We prayed for provision as well because when we started, we both lived on one income. That's a whole other video on its own, but we really had to find ways to start our lives in the most cost efficient way. We didn't write off the back of our parents' money either. We truly started from scratch and worked hard to save money where we could.
We also started our lives here debt free. We cleared all of our student loans before moving, so we weren't going to get into debt for anything at this point. Most of our things were secondhand. We had access to things like Facebook Marketplace, community charities, and now Vinted. I absolutely love Vinted. God provided people at the right time who then offered to give away their sofas and beds for a good starting point for us. And you know, everything adds up. Big ticket items like fridges, washing machines, they can set you back a couple £1,000 if you're not careful and if you don't plan. So we were blessed to be able to buy some of these things brand new because we knew we would use them forever. But things like sofas, beds, tables, they were either gifted to us secondhand or bought secondhand.
I guess the moral of the story for this would be everyone has a humble beginning. Don't be afraid to start off small. Don't go into debt for things like your sofas because it's just not worth it. If we had to, we would have just sat on the mat on the floor until we could afford to buy a couch. Make yourself a list in order of highest to lowest priority and get those items one by one. I would say secondhand, and remember this rule: if you can't buy it cash twice, you can't afford it.